Pride of Dayton.
Pride of Dayton. Pride of Dayton.
We are UD.
We are UD.
We are UD.
We are UD.
The students in POD are a unique group of students. They represent over 50 academic programs. They represent 15 different states. About 80% of them are non-music majors, so it's great that we're able to get a cross-section of campus within POD.
I love POD because it's just a time when we can all get together and just make music, be ourselves, and how ridiculous people we are, and just do something we all love.
Really interesting because you have Wright State students and Sinclair students in the group, and yet you can't really tell. It's one big enthusiastic group of spirited students who have a good time making music.
My experiences with the Pride of Dayton has always been of top quality young ladies and young men. Over the last couple years especially, I've got to interact with the Pride of Dayton on a more personal basis, and I've thoroughly enjoyed that because they are very similar to the young men in our football programs. They're dedicated, they work hard, you can tell they enjoy what they're doing, and they're just neat young ladies and men to be around.
Third down,
POD is
3.
important to me for the social aspect and all of the friends that you make, and I just love all of my POD family so much. That's why I love
The showcase for UD Spirit.
So POD is not just a marching band. It represents the community. It represents this region. Whenever we go somewhere, people know of POD.
The atmosphere and the enthusiasm that you see, not just in the arena, but also when you watch during the volleyball game, as well as certainly the marching band of football. It's that spirit, it's the enthusiasm that comes out is really where the contribution comes.
POD has been in existence for 106 years, and it will continue to be in existence after we leave. So what we hope to do is make sure that POD represents
Let's do just that much one more time. And a couple things. I think if we talk about just a few concepts, I think you'll be able to apply this to the whole entire song.
Professor Kaiser is extremely positive. He's a cheerleader for the marching band, there's no question about it. And he also models behavior and self-discipline that is clearly rubbing off on students. He is a person of great integrity, and he's an excellent musician, and you put all those things together and you get a sort of a super director.
Just make sure you just keep the same tempo and go through all that, okay? Beginning again.
Professor Kaiser has really gone after things and really just the trip to Jacksonville, the participation and really going all out with around volleyball. Just his willingness to travel with the teams and help out. It seems to be everywhere, and that's it's just good to know. I think our student athletes and our teams, our coaches, they know when people are really supporting them, and I think Professor Kaiser is really he embodies that.
Go!
made friends within the first few hours, and it's just one of the best experiences I've had since I've been at Dayton.
I love Pod so much because when I first came to UD, it was like a family on campus, and that family on campus helped me be comfortable with the whole moving in and just with getting to know UD, and I felt like I had friends before I had actual friends.
Mark, time. Mark, make sure you command.
How many trumpets does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Play an intro and it's time to go to set 2.
3. 1 to do it and 2 to tell them other ones how much better they could do it.
Oh yeah. Excited for Pod?
I love the people in Pod.
On the Emmy on the stop at the 35.
We're not working for something,
Where it's
and it's so much
first down
fun.
Dayton.
And we're making music, we're making ourselves better, and it's just great.
Favorite memories? It's gotta be Bishop Fenwick. Junior year, we turned to the back stands and man, they just lit up. That was just a great memory and a great night.
I love Pod because Pod isn't about representing ourselves, it's about representing the university as a whole. And it's about outreaching to the community, and we're not just representing the university, but we're supporting ourselves in a positive way, and we're encouraging each other to succeed in every aspect of our lives.
But I think Pod, you really can't sum up because there's so many wonderful things about it. If I had to use a word or a sentence to describe Pod, I would say that Pod is a place that everybody needs to be.
A living poster for University of Dayton music and athletics.
Spirit of the Flyers.
Excellence comes from within. Take pride in what you do, but Pod is a lot more than that. So it's challenging summing it up in one sentence.